Why is this handsome devil dressed so dapper today, you ask? Well, it's because I have culture and I want to talk about it. Cheers. Welcome back, everybody, to me talking about, well, culture. Not just any culture, The Culture by Iain M. Banks. See, a while ago I made a promise that I will talk about the culture novels by Iain M. Banks, and I decided to do this with your help as a read-along, and we'll be talking about those 10 novels by Iain M. Banks, and maybe we'll do the other 2 sci-fi novels that are out there as a bonus afterwards. We'll find out when it happens. But today I'm gonna officially announce the culture read-along that I've hinted at over the last couple of weeks and months. So that's what this is. And, well, see, I'd promised to talk about culture books when I asked you guys for help with my current debt situation, and I try to keep promises even if it takes a while, and this is the case right now. So, how will all of this go? Well, first of all, we'll do 1 book per month. They're all somewhere in the 500 to 700 page range, so I feel 1 per month is doable. They are not necessarily, well, dependent on each other, so if you can't do all the books or just want to skip 1 or 2, that's always possible. We'll have a channel on the Unabridged Burners Discord server, which is a Malazan Discord server, but it's the one where I spent most of my time, and it does have channels for other books, and I don't want to start a new Discord server. There's already way too many of those, so that's where we'll do it. I'll link it down below. There's a channel for Consider Fleabus, which is the first novel, and we'll talk about that one. And then, next month, we'll talk about the second book, and I'll start a new channel about The Player of Games, because I want to avoid that point where everyone talks about book 3 while we're officially on book 1, and so forth, and keep, conversation focused. That's sort of the goal here. And then, at the end of the month, we'll have a discussion. It'll probably be on Discord through voice chat, so everyone who wants can join and talk about it, and we'll exchange our views and experiences and so forth. And I'll also do a video for those people who don't want to join that discussion. Maybe we'll do a live stream with some booktubers who want to join, or people who want to join and feel comfortable on camera, but as I said before, I want to give those people who are, well, shy or self-conscious or whatever, don't want to appear on a screen, to give those people a chance to also have that conversation, because conversations are what books are all about, and that's what I want to do. So that's the technical stuff. So we'll, as I said, read Consider Fleabus this month, and at the end of September, I'll definitely upload at least 1 video. Maybe over the next couple of months, we'll find some other experts who want to talk about the culture and Iain M. Banks. That would be nice. If you're a booktuber who's into that kind of stuff, hit me up. I'm always willing to talk to people, and that's sort of that. And now I'll just talk a bit about what the culture is and what Consider Fleabus kind of will be, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Well, The Culture is a series of 10 books. 9 of these are novels. 1, which is book 4 in publication order, The State of the Art, is a collection of short stories. These are all set somewhere in the future, and deal loosely with the culture, which is a society that floats through space on giant spaceships and other stuff. It's really cool stuff. But as I said, they're all individual standalone novels just set in the same time frame and the same universe. There are some connections here and there, characters that are mentioned, stuff like that, but in general, each of these are standalone novels. And the first one is Consider Fleabus. And Consider Fleabus is a bit of an odd one out. There's always people who claim that it's better to start the series with The Player of Games. I personally don't believe that. And the reason why I think this is a clever thing is Consider Fleabus does not mainly deal with people within the culture. It actually offers an outside look of the culture in a lot of ways, through the eyes of an outsider, which I think is an interesting way to start a series about the culture, because it, gives the reader the chance to see the object of the next couple of books from the outside, through one of its enemies, possibly, and that's something I find an interesting choice. So that's what you'll get in the first one. It is, well, it's a pretty dark book in parts. It has some pretty graphic violence, so some people find it a bit gruesome. Be aware of that. There is cannibalism, maybe, as a trigger. if that kind of stuff triggers you. So yeah, be aware of that. It's definitely grown-up science fiction is my point here. And I think it's a worthwhile book. And that's why we'll start with Consider Fleabus. Now, if you feel like joining us, I would be very, very happy to have you all along, and we talk about, well, a lot of sci-fi now. And I'm excited. So that's what I'll have to say. Please, feel like joining, well, join the server, join that channel. Let's have a discussion there whenever we get started. And maybe, hopefully, some of you will join us in having like an actual live discussion off screen, and maybe some even on screen. That would be fun. I hope to see most of you there. If you can't make it for whatever reason or want to join later, that's obviously also possible. Mainly, this is to talk about, well, one of the best science fiction series of recent history, with people who may or may not have actually read it before, to see, well, to appreciate something that more people should appreciate, is kind of the goal here. So, thanks for joining me in advance. I'll see you somewhere in the galaxy. And until then, thanks and cheers.